listening, please respond. I'm dangerously low on supplies, but I've repurposed some salvage drones to explore all these derelict ships and gather what I can from them. Been to over 20 ships now. Haven't even found a single body. I can only power the ships in the area at a time, but it gives me access to the ship's systems, airlocks, ship defenses. Useful for when the motion sensors pick up movement. Whatever is moving in there, it's curious. I seem to be running into them more frequently. I'm still trying to piece together what happened. Most of the ship's logs are corrupt. Those that aren't making much sense. Is anyone out there? If there are any survivors out there listening, please respond. I'm dangerously low on supplies, but I've repurposed some salvage drones.
Hi, I'm Nick Everlith, developer of Epic. This is a brief video explaining some of the mechanics you'll find in the game. You'll progress through Epic by collecting essences. These are colored glowing spheres hidden throughout the world. When you acquire an essence, your character gains 1 XP, and you'll be told a short story of the last few moments leading up to the death of the essence's original owner. Blue essences only give you XP, red essences unlock extra potion uses, and yellow essences unlock new abilities. They're like an RPG version of the character upgrades you find in most Metroidvania games. XP is how you level up in Epic. Each point allows you to either learn a rune, upgrade your stats, or improve your equipment. Upgrading a stat means investing in a passive point. For example, some weapons will scale with different stats. If I wanted to increase my spear's damage, I could invest 1 point in strength, or level up the spear. Since I'm going to put 1 point in strength, I'll do it by putting 1 point in the pierce passive. Now my spear gains damage both from my strength increase and my pierce passive. You can level up weapons and armor up to level 5. Enchanting them increases their max level to 7. Using an Ascension enchantment will make this go up to 10. The highest item level is 15, and you must use a gem or crystal of legend to reach it. Weapons and armor become 10% more effective each level, which can be more effective than increasing your stats, but it also means you'll have to specifically invest points into one thing instead of your character as a whole. The last way you can spend your points is by learning runes. Every rune in Epic costs 1 XP and will be hot-slotted to the keys 1 through 5. This means that you can only have up to 5 spells equipped at once. Intelligence runes are ranged to deal high damage. Charisma runes buff or heal you or your party and allow you to perform fancy melee attacks. Runes cost mana, have cooldowns, and can only be used a limited number of times before you have to visit a save point to regenerate them. You can enchant weapons with a variety of gems you find in the world. Enchanted weapons have a special magical trail effect, and are colored by the enchantment. Armor and shields can also be enchanted. With recipes you find in dungeons, you can craft new items by combining existing ones. Explore to find more things to build. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the combat. Combat is deep, simple, and has many inspired mechanics. This will be slightly more in-depth than the previous part. Combat is all about stamina management. Everything you do will cost stamina. Heavier equipment will cost more stamina to use effectively. This will be familiar to some people. In order to defend yourself, you can either dodge roll or use a shield. Dodge rolling involves tapping the crouch button and a direction. Tapping the crouch button in no direction will backstep. You can perform a dash attack immediately after a backstep. Dodge rolling with heavy armor on will have slightly more end lag. The magic number you'll want to stay under with your equip load is 60%. Any points in defense or charisma will increase your equip load. Shielding slows your stamina regeneration, and the damage you block will be converted into stamina damage. If you don't have enough stamina, attacks will pierce your guard. The game also uses a poise system to determine hit stun. The more you have, the more damage you can take in a single hit without being stunned. If you're knocked into a wall while in hit stun, you can do a tech roll out of it by hitting the roll button in a direction before you hit the wall. You can parry attacks and counterattack by pressing the non-shield attack button while shielding. Parries require careful timing. The other way you can score critical hits is by backstabbing your opponents. Most AI won't notice you if they aren't looking at you, and they are much less likely to notice you if you're also crouching to sneak around. Armor works differently in this game than in other games. There are 3 stats armor will give you: physical armor, magic armor, or HP. All 3 act as additions to your health bar. Physical armor only blocks physical damage, and magic armor only blocks magic damage. Damage versus either armor has a higher poise ratio. After a brief moment out of combat, your armor will regenerate, but it cannot be healed by potions. Only HP can be healed by potions. Blunt damage will deal more damage to foes without armor, and pierce damage will deal more damage to those with it. Magic damage uses the rock, paper, scissors mechanic. Fire beats wood, wood beats water, and water beats fire. This enchanted fire sword does extra damage to these tree people. The final thing I'm going to cover in this video is multiplayer. In multiplayer, your character can hop into your friend's world and engage in cooperation. If you die in multiplayer, your friends can revive you. This is a channeled action that takes 5 seconds and is cancelled by taking damage or moving. If all players die in a dungeon, then everyone respawns just like in single player. The first player to enter the dungeon is the party leader. Boss spawns, locked doors, and New Game Plus scaling is all determined by who the party leader is. Enemies in multiplayer take 20% less damage for each player in the dungeon. You can PvP your friends by entering the Coliseum in Vestin, or by using a Covenant of Blood. You can't PvP in dungeons, but you can anywhere in the overworld. Killing a friend in the overworld will place a bounty on your head. I hope I was able to explain the more important mechanics in Epic. Thanks for watching.